You're listening to the Get Out and Drive podcast, fueled by AMD, with your hosts, John, custom car nerd Meyer, and Jason, old car guy Carr. We'll be bringing you gearheads everything you never wanted to know about cars and why they should be on the road and not in your garage. Are you ready to get out and drive?
Well, folks, welcome back to another episode of the Get Out and Drive podcast, fueled by AMD. And John, I've got a confession to make.
Oh, what'd you do now?
Well, for those of you who follow me on Instagram and Facebook, you know that I made a post condemning something, and I made a big deal out of it. And, well, I got
Shame, everybody knows your name.
Yeah. So, if you guys don't know specifically what I'm talking about, let's pop that video up here, and Paul can play that for us so that everybody knows exactly what I'm talking about. And I may have an opportunity to defend myself. I'm going to defend myself. It's my platform here too. So, Paul, go ahead and play that if you don't mind.
For the love of Pete, can we please stop doing this and this and this and put your talents into something that we all can appreciate? Not just your warped, demented mind that thinks this is cool. Am I right? Or am I right? I'm right.
So, John, I know you feel the same way that I do.
Oh, most certainly.
With these things. But I feel bad for condemning these people.
You stepped on some toes.
I did. And it was on all platforms. It got a ton of different comments, and people were butthurt. And, for that, I apologize, but a lot of good has come out of this video. And when I say a lot of good is, who am I to be poo-pooing on people's creativity? Just because it's not my taste, I should not be condemning that. Again, not my thing. What say you?
I've gotten in a trick bag my own self on social media because I don't know how, but everybody has these, they're rose-colored glasses, and they look at somebody's thing, they're like, oh man, that's awesome, that's great, that's fantastic, on social media, and suddenly when people are in person and they're not on social media, a car drives by and they're like, look at that stupid piece of crap, look at this, and blah 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 blah. And usually the guy running his mouth the most in person does not have a car at the event, but on social media, I don't know why there's a difference. People, I don't know if they don't uplift each other, but they bash the first person that wants to bash anybody else's stuff.
Yeah, and when I made that video, although it's how I feel about those abominations,
right, and they were.
Again, it's really not my place to crap on these people for putting their creative tastes onto something that I don't like.
Oh, hey kids, this is Jason with AMD. You're watching the Get Out and Drive podcast. Check this out.
Here's your reminder to support the companies that support your right to get out and drive.
Automotive Direct is a premier manufacturer of high-quality restoration parts for classic American cars and trucks. AMD offers a wide range of components, including body panels, trim, glass, weather stripping, and much more, crafted to meet or exceed original equipment specifications. Be sure to visit autometaldirect.com as you get your ride ready to get out and drive.
What drives you?
I just want to go into some of the comments of what some people said. And RT_Ray66 says, if it makes the owner/creator happy, that's all that matters. And there is truth to that. When we're building our creations, yours is a little bit different story, John, because you built people's creations, so to speak.
Sure, I kind of nudged customers in the right direction of cool.
Yep.
Showed them a bunch of different ideas, and then we figured out a way to do it. Yeah, it's a little different.
And like my Suburban, you can see it. Where is it? Over here. I put gray wood grain on it. That does not appeal to everybody.
I was not a fan of it at first.
No, but I happen to think it's pretty friggin' cool. But I'm building this truck for me, and I'm not building it for John. I'm not building it for the masses. I'm building it for me. If you approve, it's going to make me feel really, really good.
Sure.
And if you disapprove, shut your friggin' hole.
To an extent.
And so that's what we're getting at. And my point is that as adults, we have that car show etiquette that when we walk by someone's car and it turns an eyebrow, we just nod and carry on. We don't sit there, look at each other, wonder who the owner is, and just bitch about it the whole time we're standing in front of it.
Okay.
We can do that in our mind, but car show, and I guess you call it car guy or car people etiquette, we just keep it to ourselves. And I let this one slip, and well, I caught some heat for it. So where I wanted to go, when I talked to John about this episode, I really just wanted to kind of set the record straight to the point of we need to be setting the example for the younger generation who's coming into the car hobby that says when they have a creation in their mind that they think is cool, we shouldn't be shitting on the design. We should be encouraging them to pick up that hammer and that dolly or that welder or that jigsaw or whatever it happens to be, and coaching them, teaching them the trades, the skills, and maybe some tips and tricks on how to get to where they want to go, regardless if it's our taste. I mean, shoot, 20 years ago, people were crapping on rat rods. Now, as far as the masses go, they're some of the coolest vehicles out there.
People are doing that for one reason. All of a sudden, rat rods are the coolest thing ever. All of a sudden, within the past 15, 20 years or whatever, patina cars are the coolest thing ever. You know why? Because it's expensive to paint a car.
Yep.
That's why. Cheaper. If you want to throw a chassis under a car, it's a field car, rewire it, put a new engine in it. I said engine. Put a new engine in it, all new drivetrain, everything. You just took $50,000, $60,000, $70,000, $70,000 out of the equation for having a patina car.
Yeah. Well, and
that's true.
Even if you're doing it on the cheap, right? Even if you're doing it on the cheap, painting a car, body work and body panels aside, just to paint a car today is $5,000.
5, 6, 7,
right?
8, depends on what you want to do.
And that's
I had a conversation with a guy about daily driver quality stuff. Yep. He thought it was $5,000 to $10,000, and I told him 25 and up for a daily driver car.
Yep. I mean, does Mako still exist for $599? Sure, it does. But look, you get what you pay for. It looks good when it rolls out of Mako, but 6 months down the road, no guarantees. And generally speaking, can the folks at Mako do a good job? Sure, they can. But you're going to pay for it as well. One of the things about the Get Out and Drive podcast that we kind of strive to adhere to and focus on is encouraging young people, the next generation. These kids may or may not have shop classes in their schools. So the only access they have is either to go out and buy their own tools or steal their dad's tools or go out there and beat and bang on stuff and learn the hard way, learn some of the ways that maybe you and I would have learned 30 plus years ago on how to fix this stuff and do our own thing. Luckily for me, I had an encouraging dad who let me use his tools and taught me a few things to be able to be where I am today. But some of these kids don't have that. Maybe they're growing up in a single family. Maybe it's a money thing. Maybe it is an educational thing where the schools just don't provide that. And we've talked about it before with different groups like the RPM Foundation. What's the other one, John, that we talk about all the time?
Yeah, operative talent. Both of those foundations, they provide the bare raw skills. They help other places provide the bare raw skills to build and restore and maintain vintage vehicles.
Yep, and the ability to develop automotive systems or classes in schools that may or may not have the funding to do so, to be able to help promote the trades, not just mechanics, not just
Right.
body work, but electrical, carpentry, plumbing, all that type of stuff is stuff that is part of the trades. We want to encourage people to get into that. As John, what do you always used to say, John, about the corner office?
Oh, everybody wants the corner office. Nobody wants to build or maintain the corner office. Yep.
Yeah. So part of that is dealing with these people, these young people, which leads us back to Facebook. Okay, I belong to a lot of different Facebook groups, a lot of square body groups, a lot of Panther platform or Crown Vic type groups, hot rod stuff, and there's always people, young people, or maybe not even young people, who go in and they ask, from an educated standpoint, a seemingly stupid question. And when you go to the comments to write an answer, you can do that one of a few ways. One, you can make fun of the guy or gal for asking the stupid question. That doesn't get anywhere. It might puff up your ego. It certainly does not help that person, that young person, learn or reach out for help, because if that's what he's going to get every time he reaches out for help, he's just not going to reach out anymore. Another way is you can encourage them by saying, well, commonly this is what you would do, or this is what you would use, or something like that. Encourage that person. And if you're like myself or maybe John, sometimes you can even offer, say, listen, this is a difficult situation. If you want to PM me or DM me, I'll be more than happy to talk you through it. And again, it's just encouraging and making those people feel like, if I go to a public forum and ask for help, I'm going to get it, and not get poo-pooed on for asking a seemingly dumb question to you and I because we know the answer, but someone who may have no clue.
That's true. That's very true. If somebody wants to ask a question, any social media, even if you're going old school, you're going to forum boards. Yes, some do still exist. I can talk to all the young kids out there. I'm the old man yelling at the sky. Punctuation, concise. Don't stick all your thoughts in the same paragraph. Don't do voice to text. Don't jam all of your words in one sentence. And I can't believe why my tailgate doesn't work and it's broken. And I have a front tail light and a back headlight and blinker fluid and my seat won't adjust. How do I fix? Send. I've read that before.
That's right up
All of
there with
that.
Thunderworld.
Yes, all of that pisses off about 90% of everyone that has the information that's looking at what you asked on social media. And for God's sakes, youngsters, use punctuation. That pisses me off. You want to talk to your friends, you want to goof around, you want to send messages on Snapchat and all that jazz. Super great. Talk how you want. If you want a real answer from a real person that has been through this before and is older than 25 years old, be concise, use punctuation. For the love of God, use a space bar. I see somebody's question and it's like this long, and I got to scroll twice to get past it. Next.
So don't listen to that guy. I mean, and for God's sakes, don't call your engine a motor. He will flip his
Right.
absolute freaking lid.
It's not a motor.
Um, But great points. I mean, I think to some degree we want to encourage kids to ask questions,
Almost certainly.
right? And I get what you're saying. Ask your question. Be specific about what you're trying to fix. And yeah, if you're not going to use punctuation, hit the enter button twice. Go to another line. At least separate your thoughts. You know what I mean? And the whole idea here is that we do want to encourage the younger crowds, but primarily our podcast probably isn't reaching them anyway. We are the other side of that conversation, that we want to encourage you guys who are quick-tempered or quick to, raise your fist at the air, like John says, to have a little bit of patience with these young people, because this is probably one of the first times you'll have an opportunity, or that they'll have an opportunity to engage with somebody who knows what they're talking about. And we don't want to turn them off. We want them to be asking these questions and building the next generation of whatever it happens to be. John, it might be a Honda Civic. It might be a Volkswagen Golf R.
You're killing me.
At the end of the day, we want to encourage kids to be interested in automotive, whatever that happens to be, whatever happens to look
Yes.
like. So again,
Most definitely, Gift. And I'm seeing the trend shift a little, going to in-person car shows and things. I saw a lot of changes this past year for National Get Out and Drive Day. What people were sending us, the age of people, what of the user that was sending us content. And when I was going to in-person car shows, I see that the age of the owners is going down.
mm,
I never thought I'd see somebody in their early 20s driving a Model A, but I see it, and I see that a lot of older folks that used to drive vintage cars are now the ones driving brand new Corvettes and brand new Chargers and Challengers and all that stuff, because they're becoming lazy hot rodders in their old age, and they don't want to fool with their car anymore, so they get a car that's high horsepower
yeah,
and easy to drive.
and that's an understandable situation as well. Like, so to these guys who are, post retirement, maybe they've got some disposable income that I don't have the ability, but I want something nice and cool and fast. Go buy that Mustang, whatever. Go buy that Challenger Red Eye, whatever, and and have fun, because it's the same principle. You might not have the skills or the ability today to build it, but if you've got the money to buy it, do it. Go have fun. Either way, you're going to be spending $100,000.
It's either going to look like a 57 Bel Air, or it's going to look like a Red Eye Charger,
Yeah.
Red Eye Challenger, or whatever the hell you want to buy. I can quickly, because I know you're wanting to make this and say, hey, I'm sorry. I'd like to invite everyone to kind of get along. That's super sweet and great and everything. I like that. But I quickly have to say to people, if you have an idea, kind of look around before you decide to break out the cutter and break out the welder. Don't do idea boggle, where you put everything in the same car and you throw it out on the ground, because your PT Cruiser should not have a tractor grill. Period. You're not offending me. You're offending everyone that has eyes that work.
Again, don't listen to the old man in the room. Look, I stand behind what I said in that video. I am not backpedaling by no means, but my whole point to this video in relation to that one is simply just that. It's not my place to crap on someone else's project. They love it. And there's a group of people somewhere way over there in the corner love it as well. And again, we're not building our cars to satisfy you. We're building them for us. And you know what? There are people out there who do build it for others, meaning I'm building it for your approval, John. Right? And there is people who do that regardless. If you're in the automotive industry, aftermarket, hobby, whatever you want to call it, and you're doing something with your car, good on you. You don't have to appease everybody. But like John said, you know, if you're going wacky and wild, you're probably going to get some criticism from somebody, because there are people out there who don't know the car show etiquette. But nevertheless, pop that motor in the front of it, and I'm just throwing that in there.
I understand all of that. I get it. I
Don't defend it,
you
John. Don't try and defend it.
you can't have the evolution of the custom car without people pushing the boundaries of custom cars. Why does the 36 Ford look great with the front end in the air and the back end down, but a late model pickup looks terrible?
Yeah, and like this goes clear back to the Barris brothers, Dean Winfield era. Like these guys were building cars in the 50s that people looked at and said, "Oh my God, I can't believe that he's doing that. He's putting a Ford taillight on a Chevrolet. Oh my God!" Like
Yeah. What a
back
terrible
then,
day to have eyes.
yeah, back then people were screaming, and today we look back, and I mean, I'm not going to say that Barris and Winfield Customs are my cup of tea, because I like some of it, but there is some stuff that's just a little too catchy.
Not everything works.
No, but guess
No.
what? But guess what? Those cars weren't built for me.
Right.
They weren't. So to each their own. Everybody have fun. Pick up the tools. Do what you're going to do. But just know that you're certainly not going to please everybody, and everybody's approval is not warranted. Okay.
I have 3 words for you.
Here we go.
I have 3 words for you. Okay, are you ready?
I'm
I'm
ready.
going to knock this one out of the park, and hopefully everyone sees this and they throw in their 2 pennies, which are not made anymore in the United States, by the way. 3 words: Kindig, SEMA, Camaro. Does the customer like that car? Probably so. Does Dave Kindig probably like that car? Probably not. Was he paid very well to build it? Almost certainly. The people that built the car for the customer, do they probably like it? Probably not. And I have seen more hate online just violently spewed out over that car than I've ever seen on any car, like I can say in the last 20 years. Any car that's not some sort of radical rat rod kind of thing. You know, that Kindig Camaro was meant to be slick. Do I like it? I think they missed the mark by 6 miles. But the owner loves it, and it's not my money.
Well, and part of that too, though, John, you got to remember, Dave Kendig is not going to build something and put his name on it that he does not approve. I don't believe that for a second. I don't believe that he's going to build something knowingly ugly and have his bitchin' rides or whatever it is, Kendig design license plate strapped to the front of it. $1 million, $2 million, or not. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know the guy.
Have you seen that car?
Oh yeah, the one that's got the bumper laying on the ground that looks like it's got a Mack truck grill in it. Yeah.
I think just you saying I see it has negated your opinion there.
Well, all I'm trying to say is, just because someone throws $2 million at you or whatever it's going to cost to build that car doesn't mean, like, you've still got to put your name on that. That thing's going to be driving around, as ugly as it is, and the only thing people are going to see besides the ugly is the Condigit design license plate on the front grille. Do you want John Meyer stuck on something like that?
If I get paid well, I'll put a bow on
Really?
a pig and kiss it with lipstick. I've already had that happen to me. Owning a shop and trying to shove a customer in a certain way, and they want a spoiler on some kind of Camaro that shouldn't belong there or whatever. I built some stuff and had customers make decisions and do things I didn't like. But I learned build what they want, not what I like.
I get that, but I guess I can't argue that because I'm not there. It's
As a
not my
builder,
car.
can
It's
you
not my
buy
money.
my skill? Yes. As a builder, you can buy my skill. You cannot buy taste.
I get it.
Uh-oh. I made Jason stop talking.
I glitched. Yes. No, I get
That's
it.
what they don't that's what they don't teach
Yeah.
at tech schools.
Yeah. Well,
They don't teach taste.
I mean, I'd like to take the Jesse James attitude about building a bike. He vowed he would never build a bike for somebody who wanted it painted yellow.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's his taste. I'm not building that bike. No, I don't. I'm not painting it yellow.
Right.
Because it's going to have his name on it. His design was not about yellow friggin' choppers, right? So he's not going to do it. I don't know. I can see the aspect is if somebody says, what's it going to cost to build this? And you say it's going to cost $1 million. And they say, well, I'm going to give you $1.5 million if you build it my way. I don't know. What would I do? Would I take the $1.5 million?
Your wallet says you should.
My mortgage payment says I should.
Your mortgage payment, everybody out in front of you with their hand out. Every bill collector says, yes, you should.
Yeah, your 30 employees, your insurance bills,
There's
I get it.
a crazy fine line, man.
Yeah, I get it. But
I know.
I hope that everyone listening to this right now understands where we're coming from and understands that the industry is different for everybody. Everybody has their own taste. A majority of people out there in car la land are Camaro, Corvette, Mustang, Charger, Challengers guys from any era. And then there's the Datsun 210 guys. Then there's the Toyota Celica. We call it a Celica. You guys call it a Celica down there.
Celica.
Right.
That's how you pronounce it as a normal human being.
No,
I don't know.
Wrong. But the whole idea.
my Celica is covered in decals.
Decals.
Yeah.
So, but again, that you guys get where I'm going with this, right? Like,
I do.
There are those people out there, and I just hope that when it comes to encouraging the next generation, that we're out there doing it carefully. We use that term, with kid gloves, and I think that the whole idea is that we are protecting a cherished industry here, and that is the aftermarket. That is the car industry, the hobby. We want to see it go on. When we're dead and gone, we want our cars still to be out there, maybe getting a revamp somewhere by somebody with garden shears and a paintbrush. I don't know. But at the end of the day, if they're still out there and they're having fun and they're happy cruising around Boulevard, we encourage you to do so. So again,
not everything is my cup of tea, but if you're out in the garage and you build something to get out and drive, man, I'm with you.
Yeah, and as Puddin's Fab Shop says, what's he say? Sitting on your ass ain't going to finish your project or something like that.
That's true.
So
I love seeing the pictures of people's cars that are up on jack stands, and they have four feet on the jack stand, and one of the feet has rusted away.
Must be a Harbor Freight jack stand.
Must be a Harbor Freight jack stand. How stupid.
Well, guys, If you agree with us or you don't, that's okay, because that's what it's all about. If you feel strongly about what we have to say here on this episode, make sure you head on over to getoutanddrive.com. If you scroll all the way down, there is a listener hotline. Tell us how you really feel. You can tell us one way or the other. And look, if we use your comment or suggestion, we'll send you out some stickers. So thank you guys for listening to another episode of John and I ramble back and forth about a bunch of BS that really doesn't matter to anybody. But at the end of the day, we're educating and we're entertaining you guys. So thanks a lot, and we hope to see you guys tuning in to the next episode.
Cruise on over to our website, getoutanddrive.com, for all the info you never wanted to know about our podcast. Hit us up on our listener hotline, be the first to know what's happening, get industry news, and grab your Get Out and Drive merch. Connect with us on social media. Find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Follow us on X at Get Out and Drive Pod.
What drives you?